Hey Libra, gonna jump straight in, see what wants to come out for you guys. First card out, we've got the Four of Wands. This is new community. This is people that you haven't met before coming into your life. You're going to be receiving invitations. This could be indirectly instead of so direct. Maybe a company reaches out to you to a networking event and then you meet people at that event instead of a direct message from a specific individual. There's new people coming in, like-minded individuals, similar mission, similar purpose, similar drive. This is very liberating for you. This is going to help you move forward. This is going to make things fun. This is going to like put a pep in your step. This is going to re-spark that inner light. Very lubricant energy. Stay focused on progress. Positive mindset, mind over matter. A choice to be disciplined, dedicated, motivated. You're being guided to do what you can to increase your finances, to shift your finances in terms of where you feel secure. People feel secure in different ways, different things. People are different. So what do you need to feel like your foundations are strong? What do you need to do to be sure your foundations are strong? There's something here where it's like your foundation is a reflection of your own foundation, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, sexually. How are you honoring yourself? How are you respecting yourself? What actions are you taking? What is your energy, your inside world? Things are shifting to reflect that. There's a lot of work that's been done. This is a very old money energy coming through. 33 minutes past. These Two of Wands in the past, slightly wanting to come out in reverse. It's really like this energy of sitting on the fence, of seeing all the avenues of success, seeing all of the sides of yourself at your highest potential, but really, what do you want? So it's like, okay, it's good to be a millionaire, then do you want to be a millionaire? It's good to be a billionaire, then you want to be a billionaire. It's good to have a flashy car, then let's get a flashy car. It's good to have a big mansion, let's get a big mansion. It's good to have multiple streams of income, let's set up multiple streams of income. It's good to have passive income, let's set up passive income. Why? Why are you doing what you're doing? Do you even want to be doing what you're doing? Are you doing what you're doing because you've seen others do it and it seems like this is what should be happening? Even that, there's 101,000,001 ways of creating multiple streams of income. Just because you've seen a group of people do it in one way doesn't mean that's the way that you need to be doing it. Example, trading. Maybe there's a lot of success around you in terms of trading. Maybe this is something that you can't, that just doesn't feel aligned to you. You don't get paid for what you do, you get paid for who you are. Two people could do the same thing, but they'll do it in a very different way, and your value doesn't come from necessarily what you're doing, but how you're doing it, who you are. And there's something here where instead of chasing the thing you're meant to be chasing or you think you should be chasing, you're building whatever you want to build based off passion, based off purpose. This is building a whole new world. This is new community. Universal law coming through. Pro-medicine. This past energy, again, with the Empress in reverse and this Two of Wands, it's like not being able to let go. Unhealthy feminine energy regardless of gender. Unable to receive help. Not wanting to network. Not wanting to connect. Because of fear. Because of not being able to trust. Looking for a problem, looking for the red flags. This brought a lot of injustice into your life in terms of we attract what we look for, although there's many levels to that. This is a turning of the tables. This is a clearing, a karmic clearing moving forward. The things, this past energy is heavy, it's dicey, it's quite a tormenting energy in the past. going to war with yourself, but through others. A lot of traumatic events, just like thing after thing after thing. It's kind of giving like I've never been to Vegas and I don't really get it, but how that's portrayed, you know. Like the first day, maybe you'll just be like blackout drunk and you'll just keep going, making, you know, more lustful decisions, more addictive decisions, more, you know, disrespectful decisions to yourself. And it's all a blur. And then in retrospect, once you're back from Vegas and you're reflecting on the trip, it's like you don't even realize what you've done until you're kind of waking up from the nightmare. There's something here where it's like running with your eyes closed, just surviving, that animalistic kind of way of just I'm seeing a werewolf. What come through in your Fucus reading, maybe check that if you feel guided to, about fighting tooth and nail. And it came through and the energy was clear what it meant, but I didn't really get what it was. And it's like about fighting for something in an animalistic way when I looked it up. And that's really what this past energy is like. It's unhealthy feminine, unhealthy masculine, it's survival mode, it's clawing through life, gritted teeth, shallow breath. The underworld of yourself, 7-7, hermit, near future energy. We've got the high priestess. This is a breakthrough. Seen from a good witch, the good witch that often comes up. This woman comes to stay at the B&B thing or whatever you call it that the woman's running, and she's like busy bee, like kind of nose in the air, thinks she's always right, 100 miles per hour, telling everyone that they need to move all their stuff because it's not organized enough for her. That like she just arrives at this house and she's like just very rudely ordering everyone to accommodate her, and it's quite a managerial energy in that Karen kind of sense, as the world refers to that now. And she makes this recipe and it's all rush, and the last bit of the recipe is that she has to stand all day and stir the sauce, and there's no getting out of it. She has to stand all day and stir the sauce or the recipe's ruined, and that's what she needs to do. And the girl says, oh well, I'll let you get on then, I'll leave you to yourself, not to the sauce but to yourself. And after she stood there all day and completely surrendered and let go and come back to that state, obviously there's a huge shift, and she says, it was only when I was standing there stirring the sauce all day in the silence but nothing but the spoon hitting the bottom of the pan that I realised life could be just like this if I just let it. You know, we can all slow down to stir the sauce all day. You choose if you're stressed. Stress is a choice. And it's like, well, how can that be said? But it's like, you are the designer of your life. If something's stressing you out, change it. Whether that's an internal shift or an external shift. Things have took so long because of the longevity that you requested. This wasn't just a one night wonder, you know. This is a one-hit wonder kind of energy. This isn't about how it looks. This is about how it feels. This is about not wanting to do something for status or wanting to do something for look or approval. Again, off Fucus's reading keeps coming through. Check that if you feel guided to. This is wanting to like build the kingdom for you and yours, for the reasons that aren't to do with what anyone else is thinking, but just what you and yours deserve, what you want to shift, what you want to create, what you want to build moving forward. Very pure intentions. Okay, lesson at the moment is one thing that could be holding you back. One thing that could be holding you back is being bothered by others' intentions. It's like others' intentions being revealed to you. Why people do things, how they really feel about you, what runs their decision making. You know, if they'll let you down or not. It's not based on how, if they care about you, it's based on themselves. Or like whatever it is, it's like there's something here where you've been very loyal to individuals that aren't, it's like they'll be loyal to you if that conditional kind of love, that conditional kind of relationship, if it suits. But it's like when it comes down to it, it's not really what you thought. You're being guided to release judgment around this. They could have you in a chokehold, feeling extremely hurt, kind of in shock. Example, it's like if you find out, or you know a friend or whatever, it's like someone finds out that their partner's cheated, a lot of the time it's like their truth is that if their partner cheats on them, they're going to leave and they're going to move on and get on with their life and find someone else. So if you take the emotion out of it, it is that, right? So it's like you receive a confirmation your partner's cheated. Okay, thank you, have a nice day. You go and carry on, because that's what you're going to do, right? There's no need to hullabaloo. That is what you're going to do. That's the emotion removed. You've got the confirmation, you know it's true. A lot of the time, because we don't want it to be true, because it hurts so much, the truth hurts so much, we choose to stay in a loop of, no, it can't be that. Wanting to ask 101 questions, wanting to find out where and when and the details, like the details make any difference. When you already know 44 past that if this happens, this is how you're gonna move on from it. But it keeps us being able to feed off the same person that we don't want to lose. It's like, it's better to stay in the problem, it's better to stay in the trauma than to be post-trauma. Like the whole thing of PTSD, how symptoms are often a lot worse after the event. When you're in it, a lot of the time you don't, you're too in it to feel sorry for yourself, to be affected, to tap into what's right and wrong. You're just surviving. The delay here isn't about what anyone else has done. Like from the time you found out that they've cheated, whoever they is, you can either leave that day and get on with your life the next day in complete bliss, or you can spend 10 years moping about something that's already happened that can't be changed. Is this easier said than done? Yeah, because in order to do that, that would be some real bypassy kind of energy, bypassing emotion, suppressing things. Like, it's not that black and white, I hear that. But to shift through this, you're being asked to shift your perspective in terms of the past, not just in terms of what I'm using as an example, and in terms of forgiving others for their intentions, that call a spade a spade. This is what it is. The truth's been revealed to you. What are you going to do about it? I'm going to move on and live a happy little life. So do that. Or you could spend the next few days, weeks, months, years recycling the energy of the hurt, investing time in staying telepathically and emotionally, whatever, connected to those that have hurt you, and have that rob your time. Just awareness of this is gonna help you move on in a seamless fashion. Once you let go of this, everything's going to shift. This is keeping you tied down, like lack, unable to glow. This is putting out your light. In order for you to break through, it's like breaking free from the ties of others. Because it's like you can choose to recall your power. You choose who has control over your emotions, even though it's easier said than done. Choose to step out of the illusion. See it for what it is and step right out of it. Just step out. Just go the other way. Leave it all there, I've had this for a while, different things like this coming up, 9:47 a.m. And it's like things will be revealed to me that certain people have done things behind my back, huge disrespects, things that can't, I don't, even if it's forgiven, which it is forgiven, it's like I don't want these people in my life. But it's difficult when things are revealed to you, but it's not actually physically happened, especially when you're someone like me that has to see it to believe it. But the quickest way for me to move on to things was literally to remove myself. Like the people that I'd message every day, speak to every day, call every day, go out with every day, I just didn't. And I created a new reality because that was what I was guided to do. That's the only option. That's the only way to make it out. With every conversation, every energy you tune into, everything you accept, you know, from that people-pleasing mentality, do you want to be doing what you're doing? It feels like you're being guided to be. Others may see it as obnoxious, but it's not obnoxious. It will seem obnoxious to those that are caught up in that cycle of people pleasing. It's that thing of the difference between being rude and being honest. Like your intention is to stand in your truth regardless how anyone feels about that, not to make them feel away. That your intention isn't to make anyone feel away, but if they do feel away, that's for them. It feels like a very detached energy you're being guided to get into. And others may see this as cold, but it feels like this journey has actually, that you felt the cold more than anyone through this journey. So you have empathy for this, but it's like, that's another thing, something I was guided to recently that's coming through right now, about honouring and respecting everybody's path, even if it's different to yours. That no trauma is less than someone else's, that we all go through different things, we all relate to things differently, and the event is only as traumatic as it relates to your inner world, your inner like whoever you are in the first place. Two people could go through the same thing and be affected by it differently. And something come through about, like, when we've been through a lot, we can lack empathy. And this is something I found myself doing recently, where I've always had so much empathy for others around me, regardless of what it is. I'll put myself in others' shoes, regardless of how traumatic the events I've gone through. But recently there had been like it was really like Jesus on the cross kind of energy, and it was just thing after thing after thing, where the most inconsideration, lack of empathy, even to the point of it's like, okay, my people don't want to help, but now they want to hinder. And it was like, then I started to get selfish to the point where it's like I didn't have empathy for those around me, because it was like, this is a joke. Look what I'm dealing with. Look at what you're getting in my way, and it seems trivial. And I was pulled up on it. My guys pulled me up on it, and they guided me to an interview. Jamie Lang and Spencer Matthews, and he was saying that when he was like working on a reality show, like certain girls would come up to him and say like, oh, like I broke up with my boyfriend cheated on me, or whatever it was, and he'd be like, and my brother died. Like, who cares that you got cheated on? Like, he lost his brother at a young age. You know, people moaning about spilt milk, about their tea being cold, about relationship issues. It's not that deep. And I feel like there's certain things that I've gone through where it's like, it will only take a few times of someone to like have a lack of empathy with me, where my lack of empathy will go to a different level, because it's like, kind of, is it like a chip on the shoulder, or where it's like, I don't have time for it. I don't have time for it. It feels like nonsense. It feels like trivial, and that it can be disrespectful to people's reality, people's truth, who are genuinely really hurting, because on paper it doesn't seem as much of a big deal as what maybe you went through. And that actually stops us having great relationships. I'm still working through this, but I'm being guided to see it's something that can be completely worked through, although I haven't seen that yet. But to keep coming back to love, keep coming back to, you know, respect and unconditional love for everybody in their situation, for their own path, honouring everybody's own path. And it is difficult. It's like something I said, you expect me to come and sit down and, you know, have a pretentious little brunch, like after what I've been through, after what I've witnessed, after what I've seen, just to do something so light and meaningless, but it's not meaningless. It's like a shift of your own intentions, shift of, it's like letting your guard down, letting go of the past. Healing childhood wounds, 2332. This is a new beginning, but it means you really having to let go of a lot, which you're being guided and worked through at this time, as disappointing as it is, because it feels like, what, all of that and then just let it go. Similar to like when people come out of the military and then they're just expected to go back to their normal day. You know, after being up in such routine and in such high pressured situations, just to, you know, come home and get up and walk to get some milk and have a cup of tea and watch Countdown like everything's sweet, like after you've just been like complete, it's skitsy energies, two different realities. And then it will come down to pretending like you're okay, like you're doing great in this environment, when how are you ever going to come back to that after what you've witnessed? And this is it, but you can, and this is what you're being guided through. So it's like, well, how can I? You're about to find out. It's been a lot, but it's not over till it's over. It's not too late. This is dreams come true. This is a life you came here to live, and it's here. Yeah, there's been delays. But don't let these hoes feed off your fear. There's nothing to worry about, my dear. You can choose to see clearly just like that. You're in charge of your lenses. Own your aura, protect your energy. By not protecting your energy, in terms of like, in order for things to be okay right now, I believe they are. Be bigger than your environment. You know, like when you just shut your eyes and you wait for the nightmare to end, or like when you're young or you're watching a scary film and you just want to shut your eyes and wait for the scene to end. It's like, while you're sitting there like that, praying for it to end, you choose what you're going to see when you open your eyes before you open your eyes. Seven of Swords, a star. Yeah, drop that Seven of Swords where it belonged, down there. There's a lot of fear around you. This isn't by accident. But you can literally, you know, Super Saiyan through this shit. Light up, light up, light up. Light up, laugh it off. Laugh it off. Laugh at the devil himself. Two of Cups. There's been a lot that you were protected from seeing during your childhood that you can now see, that's tormenting. This is stuff that, again, is to let go of. Seeing the truth of things, the truth of people's intentions. It's a lot, guys. It is a lot. Let's focus on the new community, the new experiences, the new opportunities coming in. Let go of belief systems that no longer work for you. An important life-changing event. A situation that leads to significant opportunities. That's the Tower energy, life experience, number 16. Focus on what you're doing. Don't worry about what anyone else is doing. This isn't always the case, but something's coming through here. If the reason that you've not started a project, or you've not put something out, or you've not got going on something is because you're waiting for somebody else, do it on your own. Start on your own. They can join in later. If the reason you've not started something is because you haven't come to an agreement yet, you want to do something one way, someone else wants to do it the other way, and you've not come to an agreement yet, this isn't coming through like it's political, business partner, contracty business. This is coming through like a more of a light kind of energy. If that's the case, decide that you're going to do what you're going to do and just do it now. While you're waiting for the decision, you need to put yourself first. It feels like there's something wasting your time. If something doesn't come to fruition that you want to do, that you're doing with someone else, or you're thinking of doing with someone else, or waiting for someone else to say they're going to do it, the other person, this isn't their be all and end all. This isn't really, It doesn't matter to them. It does matter to you. Their intentions are different. Say you're employing somebody, it's like, say you got a friend that's known that you started a business for 5 years and like has never took an interest in what you do or cares about what you do or, you know, even mentions what you do. It's like kind of ignored. And then you get to a place where you can employ people and suddenly these friends really want a job. It's already been revealed to you that the intention of the people taking the job from you is money. It's not the business. Now, if I had to be up and be somewhere at 9 o'clock in the morning and I got up in meltdowns having injuries and it was for a job for money and I wasn't feeling good, I would call in sick. I would cancel. If I had to be somewhere at the same time for my sister because I had to cover something she was working on or because it was something she had asked me to do, even if I was in meltdowns and I wasn't feeling up to it, I would be there 5 minutes early if it was her on the line. The difference between being money motivated and loyalty motivated, 10:01. Yeah, it's great to go into business with friends. Can you mix business and pleasure? Yeah, business should be pleasure. But you're really being shown here what's best to do and why, because it's not about what it should be, it's what it is. Because it feels like for you, you would expect people to have that level of loyalty to you, but it's already been shown to you that's not the motive. The motive is the money, the motive is it could be any job, anyone offering any job and they take it. It just so happens that it's you, they know you, it's a quick thing, 3047. And again, this may not be in terms of job, it's a general reading, but in terms of you've been shown someone's true intentions, call a spade, call a snake a snake. Don't wonder why you got bit after you were told you were going to get bit. It's time to go after your dreams, do something that expands your horizons, let your creativity take flight. I'm going to put a little medicine card and grab myself a vanilla latte with breezy bright and breezy this rising, wrapping up at 10:02, and it's number 10, the turtle. Let's see what he's saying. Mother Earth. Number 10. I love this one. Let's turn this down. Page number 77, as it should be. Mr. Turtle. In Native American teachings, turtle is the oldest symbol for planet Earth. It is the personification of goddess energy and the eternal mother from which our lives evolve. We are born of the womb of Earth, and to her soil our bodies will return. In honouring the Earth, we are asked by Turtle to be mindful of the cycle of give and take, to give back to the mother as she has given to us. Turtle has a shell which is similar to the protection that Earth has employed for centuries as her body has been defiled. Mother Earth's protection has come in the form of earth changes, new plant growth, the creation of new land masses by volcanoes and climate alterations. Like Turtle, you also have shields that protect you from hurt, envy, jealousy, and the unconsciousness of others. Turtle teaches you through its habit patterns how to use protection. If you are bothered by the actions or words of others, it is time to go inside yourself and honour your feelings. If you have chosen the turtle symbol, you are being asked to honour the creative source within you, to be grounded to the earth, and to observe your situation with motherly compassion. Use the water and earth energies, which represent Turtle's two homes, to flow harmoniously with your situation and to place your feet firmly on the ground in a power stance. Turtle is a fine teacher of the art of grounding. You may even be able to overcome some of your space cadet tendencies if you align with Turtle medicine. In learning to ground, you are placing focus on your thoughts and actions and slowing to a place that assures completion. Turtle warns of the dangers of pushing the river, as evidenced by the plodding pace it keeps. The corn that is harvested before its time is not yet full. However, if it is given the chance to develop at its own rate in its own season, its sweetness will be shared by all. Turtle buries its thoughts like its eggs in the sand and allows the sun to hatch the little ones. This teaches you to develop your ideas before bringing them out in the light. Look at the fable of the tortoise and the hare and decide for yourself whether or not you would like to align with Turtle. Bigger, stronger and faster are not always the best ways to get to a goal. When you arrive, you may be asked where you've been, and you may not be able to remember. In that case, arriving prematurely can make you feel very immature. If you draw the Turtle card, it augurs a time of connecting with the power of Earth and the Mother Goddess within. This is a reminder of the ally you have in Mother Earth. It does not matter what situation you have created. Ask her for assistance and abundance will follow. What's coming through with this is that Vegas concept again of when we're really hurt or we feel attacked, a lot of the time we can use that energy to fast track forward, you know, use that fuel as fire. If someone will piss you off, you'll have the best gym session you've ever had. You'll do all the tasks you've been putting off for a week because it's like that. You know, you start cleaning on a mad clean because you're so angry. There's something here where the amount of fuel that you've got right now, you could blindly do a lot and create a lot of success while feeding off of this hurt. But it's like, that's not the energy you want to be putting into your creations. Take a minute to slow down, bare feet on the earth, sun gazing. You know, just do what you can to slow down, intentionally slow down, drop into the breath, get into the body. And don't let anybody indirectly sabotage your future success by making it about the hurt instead of honoring your mission and your creations. It's like shake off what you need to, but adjust your energies accordingly before taking action. Instead of just like going at things like Taz. Reward yourself for all your hard work, being happily and successfully self-employed, cherishing your time alone. Gonna leave it there, guys. If this did resonate, like, share and subscribe. I'll catch you soon. Sending so much love.